All right, Phil, thanks very much. Let's talk about the two that got in today with our college basketball analyst, Sean Farnham. All right, so North Carolina State, busting brackets everywhere, busting through to college basketball's biggest stage. How in the world did they do it?
No, Z, we could talk about DJ Burns, and he probably deserves a lot of attention. 29 points, 0 turnovers on the game. They can utilize him. If you double, he's going to pass out of it. Fine, guys. Middlebrooks was great. But to me, the focus of this entire NCAA tournament run has been what they've been able to accomplish at the defensive end of the floor, holding their opponents to 35% shooting from the floor and 24% shooting from beyond the arc. That's a commitment that we hadn't seen all season long from this Wolfpack team. I saw them back in November in Las Vegas, and if you would have told me they'd be in this moment right now, I would have told you, no way. And if you would have told me that after they lost 5 out of their final 6 regular season games, I would have told you, no chance. But a miracle three-point shot that goes in against Virginia and forces overtime in the ACC tournament has been the precipice for all of this, and they have never looked back, and they've continued to get better and stronger and more disruptive. Duke was never in a flow offensively tonight.
That's a great point. That was Michael O'Connell, forever known as the guy that hit that shot and saved their season. On the other hand, Purdue's got to be thinking, how in the world are we not the biggest story heading to the Final Four, trying to vanquish the memories of last year? NC State has taken the cake. But what have you seen from the Boilers this year, specifically in this tournament?
Well, Z, you and I talked about this doing college basketball halftimes and post games all season long. Nothing about this season to Purdue mattered until this moment. It really didn't. Everything was about getting here and getting to the Final Four in Phoenix. And you saw that in the emotion and the mindset of Zach Edey, the embrace that he shared with Coach Painter. They see themselves as winners. They were frustrated by the narrative that had been set, and they came out to vanquish all of those narratives, and they have done exactly that by getting to the Final Four in Phoenix and doing so in a game that, by the way, we would look back on a year ago and say they got beaten points off turnovers. The guards didn't shoot the ball well from the outside. This is a game that Purdue was going to lose. No. All that happened, and they still were able to win, in large part because Zach Edey put the entire team on his shoulders and said, guys, follow me. I'm going to take us there. 40 points, 16 rebounds for him. And even though it was tight down the stretch, their execution was crisp.
Their first Final Four since 1980. That is pre-Gene Katie, for those old enough to even remember Gene Katie. Last thing, your first impressions now that we're set. I know you'll be at the Final Four in Glendale.
It's a great Final Four, right? I mean, you look at Alabama, their ability to shoot the ball from the outside, the Cinderella-esque story we've seen from North Carolina State. But the reality of this thing, Zubin, I have a very good hunch that we're going to see UConn taking on Purdue.
Big men don't seem to factor too much in the NBA anymore relative to what they used to. But in college basketball, they are taking center stage. Sean, thanks very much.
No worries, Z.